What is up, you guys? We're back at it with another one today. It's been about a month. I went ahead and took me a little bit of a breather for a second. We're coming up on our first year, and I'm happy to say we're almost at 200 subscribers, which, hey, I feel like is great considering I was worried that I wouldn't even manage to get 100 subscribers by now. So I do think that's nice, and I do appreciate everybody who's here watching this right now. If any of y'all are watching this right now and y'all have enjoyed some of the videos you've dropped or that I've dropped, and if you want to like, comment, subscribe, let me know you're down there. I always appreciate the comments, you guys. We will be getting back to our normal upload schedule here. I just wanted to take me a moment as we get into all these holiday seasons. It tends to get a little mucky out here, all these people driving around crazy. I can't even begin to tell you about how many times I've almost been ran over out here just turning into a business or something, you know. So it's getting a little crazy out there. A lot of people don't really pay attention around these times, especially when you get into real busy areas. I'm gonna stop here, give me some old, I don't know, some breakfast, and then we'll get back to this one, you guys. So, excuse me for one moment. Thank you. Alrighty. Now that we're back out here on the road again, so I figure I'd catch y'all up a little bit on the shit I've been up to. We're gonna go ahead and take this anyways. I have really just been working and getting a little bit of rides in. Driving the sport bike as much. I have been riding the street bob here lately, just kind of enjoying the cruising around. I like to go back and forth quite often about which bike I prefer to be on, but let's face it, I prefer to be on both. You just can't ride them both at the same time. But we did make our way out. I did my first toy run this year. We went to the A-Bait toy run. We basically ran around Tulsa a little bit and dropped off some toys, which I do think that was fun. I think I'm gonna find myself doing more stuff like that. I would have really enjoyed to bring you guys, but this being my very first one, I wanted to focus more on the ride than anything. You know, it's not like I'm really too worried that I couldn't ride in a big group like that, but that would be my very first time to ride in a very big group like that. So I just went ahead and I want to focus the whole time, you know, so I went ahead and left the camera at home. There was, on the website that I seen, they said there was 6,000 bikes that attended the event. So I will say there was quite a bit of people, or at least I feel like that's quite a bit of people. And let's be honest, it does feel nice being able to give, you know, somebody maybe a better Christmas out there, because not all of us are fortunate enough to, you know, have all the extra stuff around Christmas time. I mean, there's some people out there who ain't really getting nothing, and I could see that as an adult, but as a kid, I think it would have really hurt to not get nothing, you know what I mean? So I do find it cool to be able to go and drop off. Next time, I think we're gonna try to haul a little bit more than what we did, but between me, my buddy Chase, and my grandpa, we had a good amount of little people. He also brought his friends, so there, we rode in about a group of 4. That was pretty fun. Ooh, here we go. I forgot to put on my sunglasses, boys. cannot lie. The feeling of riding this bike is so much more exhilarating than the Harley, but the Harley's just so nice to actually ride. I don't know. It's like you get out here on this and it's like you just want to fucking fly. On the Harley, it just makes you want to sit there and just relax and just chill. But if any of y'all were actually at the toy run, I'd like to hear from y'all in the comments. What did y'all think about it? Was that your very first time? Have you been multiple times? Was there more people? Was there less people than normal? It being my very first time, I didn't know exactly what to expect, but I found it really fun. There was a bunch of different groups. I'm not going to necessarily name them, but there was a few big groups of bikers, if that makes any sense. And that was pretty interesting. That'd be my first time to really get around a bunch of bikers like that, per se, you know, because while I do find myself in the summer times hanging around some of these quote-unquote biker bars, you know, you don't typically run into big groups, or at least I haven't, and it's probably for a reason in all reality, but you know, nonetheless, I haven't necessarily come in contact with any of them. And it's not like I sit around and chatted to any of them around here, but it was kind of neat getting to watch, you know, a fucking 50, 60 people just pour in, and they're all from the same group. It's pretty interesting. I could see it being pretty fun riding with a group like that, but I don't know if that kind of life would be right for me. Mainly because at this point too, you know, I enjoy the sport bikes, and a lot of them people, they don't want sport bikes at all to be a part of their groups because it's all American made stuff, which makes sense from the time period that it comes from, but nowadays I just don't feel like that necessarily applies. But you know, I could definitely be wrong. You know, maybe in the future I change my mind on that. Who knows? I definitely enjoy my Harley, and I definitely enjoy my Gixxer, so if you ask me, I think having both of them's about where the money's at on that shit. I couldn't just imagine having the Harley, even though Harley's getting better at putting out stuff that's fast now. So eventually I could see there not being a need for something like this. Per se, if like the Sportster S was the bike I was hoping that it would be completely, this wouldn't even be needed. But let's face it, there's still got some time to work on that, and you know, maybe we'll get something that is very similar to a sport bike. They're already kind of going that way with the performance bagger, so it wouldn't be too much of a surprise from me to see that at all, to be honest with you. Can we find a parking spot? So this is always the questionable part. Whoopsie daisy. Big old truck. They finally moved all these damn carts. I can actually park over here for a fat minute. They've had a bunch of fucking useless carts sitting over there. Ain't nobody been able to fucking park. But if you guys liked the video, let me know. Drop some comments. Do it, don't do it. It's all fine, you guys. I'll see y'all later.